Way better than Tank vs. Ryan. The boxing world is in a frenzy, as a highly anticipated matchup between Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko is set to take place on May the 20th, where Haney will defend his undisputed titles against the Ukrainian boxer. However, the internet is abuzz with comparisons to another lightweight bout, the clash between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, scheduled for April the 22nd. And just when we thought the hype couldn't get any higher, the announcement of the Undercard event for the Haney-Lomachenko fight has reignited the debate, leaving boxing fans absolutely bewildered. The anticipation is simply palpable, and the tension is at an all-time high. As the countdown to the Lomachenko vs. Haney main event continues, fans have started drawing comparisons between the undercards for this epic matchup and the Davis vs. Garcia showdown. And boy oh boy, things are getting heated. All four fighters on the undercard are top contenders in the lightweight division, making these fighters absolutely unmissable for any boxing enthusiast. As the excitement and anticipation build up with each passing day, fans can't help but weigh in on which undercard is the real MVP. And let's just say Davis vs. Garcia isn't exactly getting a gold star at the moment. Devin Haney, aka The Dream, has been chomping at the bit to get back in the ring since his last bout against George Kambosos Jr. back in October. And after a bit of a hiatus, Haney is ready to take on none other than Loma himself. The Ukrainian pugilist secured a decision victory over Jermaine Ortiz in November, paving the way for his lightweight clash. The much-anticipated matchup is slated for May the 20th in Las Vegas and will be broadcasted on ESPN pay-per-view. And even though this title fight is expected to be one of the biggest boxing events of the year, the sports channel has gone ahead and reduced the pay-per-view price for the Devin Haney vs. Vasyl Lomachenko bout. Can you believe it? In a recent interview with Boxing Scene, Bob Arum revealed that ESPN has decided to bring down the pay-per-view price from the standard range of $79.99 to $85.99 to a more budget-friendly price of $59.99. Why, you ask? Well, according to Arum, the folks at ESPN believe that lowering the price would increase interest in the fight, ultimately leading to more buys. In the words of Arum himself, this fight had enough interest that if we went with a price point that was less than what everybody else was charging, that we would make up for by an increased number of buys. Whether this strategy works or not, only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, any self-respecting boxing fan wouldn't dare miss this epic showdown between the two of the sport's finest fighters. The 24-year-old American prodigy is confident that he's a much better fighter now than he was 4 years ago, when Lomachenko apparently declined the opportunity to fight him. Haney believes that he's now stronger, more mature, and experienced in the ring, which will make the upcoming fight all the more exciting. Haney is fresh off an impressive victory over George Kambosos Jr. in Australia, where he successfully retained his undisputed title and proved that he's at the top of his game. With Lomachenko as his next opponent, the stakes are even higher, and Haney will have to tap into his untapped potential to come out on top. This fight is definitely one to watch, and Haney is eager to prove that he's the better man in the ring. Haney is not just fighting for the belt, but also for legacy. He sees this fight as an opportunity to replace Lomachenko and become the new face of boxing. The undefeated lightweight champion is planning to unleash his own bag of tricks and show off his superior skills and discipline, dismantling the Ukrainian with ease. The young gun is determined to showcase his entire arsenal of techniques, which he believes will leave fans and critics alike in awe. Haney has promised to dominate the southpaw with dazzling footwork and flawless combinations, ready to do whatever it takes to claim his place in the spotlight. After this fight, Haney is certain that he will get the respect he deserves as he proves himself to be the real deal in the ring. This is definitely a fight when I will prove my dominance and prove how good I really am. This fight is just the first tick on his list of wanted fights over the coming years, with the likes of Shakur Stevenson already on his radar. Despite some difficulties in finalizing the fight, including negotiations that weren't as easy as expected, and the potential of it taking place in Saudi Arabia, Haney is determined to set an example for younger fighters by willing to fight any opponent in any location. The upcoming clash between two of boxing's most gifted technicians is an occasion not to miss, with both men looking to prove themselves and leave their mark on the spot. For Haney, this fight is more than just belts, it's about legacy, and he is determined to come out on top and cement his position as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Let's take a look at his career so far. Haney made his pro debut at just 17 years old on December the 11th, 2015, and he hasn't lost a single fight since then. He's now a reigning lightweight world champion with an impressive record of 29 wins, 15 of which were by knockout, and get this, Haney has held 5 world titles at the lightweight weight division. That includes 4 lineal championship wins and 1 championship elevation. Standing at a towering 175 centimeters tall, that's 5 foot 8.90 for you Imperial folks, Haney fights out of the orthodox stance and has a reach of 180 centimeters, or 5 foot 10.87. He's got an ape index of 5 centimeters or 1.97 inches, which is pretty impressive considering his height. Some of Haney's most noteworthy victories include wins over George Kambosos Jr., Joseph Diaz, Zor Abdulev, Juan Carlos Burgos, Alfredo Santiago, Georges Liniers, and Antonio Moran. Vasyl, on the other hand, has a record of 17 wins and just 2 losses. This master of the sport made his pro debut at 25 years young on October 12, 2013, and has since skyrocketed to become a 3-weight world champion, standing at an impressive 5 foot 6.93 and boasting a reach of 5 foot 5.35. Lomachenko is a true force to be reckoned with. He's a switch hitter with the ability to switch effortlessly between orthodox and southpaw stances and an ape index of -4 centimeters or -1.57 inches. And with a KO rate of 57.9%, you don't want to take your eyes off him, even for a second. Lomachenko has held a total of 6 world titles across 3 weight divisions, including WBA, WBC, and WBO lightweight titles, the WBO super featherweight title, and the WBO featherweight title. And with a total of 10 title defenses and 9 title fight KO wins, he's truly the stuff of legends. Some of his most impressive victories include wins over Guillermo Rigondeaux, George Linares, Roman Martinez, Nicholas Walters, Jose Pedraza, Anthony Crolla, and Masayoshi Nakatani. And while he's suffered 2 losses in his professional career, both came via decision in title bouts against Orlando Salido and Teofimo Lopez. But Lomachenko is nothing if not resilient, bouncing back stronger than ever after each setback. In fact, he's currently on a 3-fight winning streak, most recently defeating Jermaine Ortiz via unanimous decision in a non-title bout. Some of his highlights include his first loss at shot at the world title fight to Orlando Salido in 2014, but he claimed the WBO featherweight title from Gary Russell Jr. later that year. He won the WBO super featherweight title from Roman Martinez in 2016 and successfully defended it against Nicholas Walters and Guillermo Rigondeaux. He added the WBA super and the ring lightweight titles by defeating George Linares in 2018 and became a unified lightweight world champion by defeating Jose Pedraza. He defended his lightweight titles against Anthony Crolla and Luke Campbell by beating Masayoshi Nakatani in 2021. And now we are yet to see the results of the fight against Haney. Oh, boxing enthusiasts are in for a real treat with this upcoming fight. It's an absolute thrill to witness so many high-quality and pulse-pounding bouts taking place all around us. Garcia himself has voiced his desire to battle it out with Haney in the future, but they both need to emerge victorious in their upcoming matches. Either way, there's no doubt that we as spectators will be treated to some awe-inspiring boxing action. However, the ultimate question remains, who will emerge victorious? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're at it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more riveting updates.